I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our 116th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse, 20th Anniversary Edition. The Corpses That Walk. I'm going to go around and have my players introduce themselves.
I'm Tyler, and I play Kyle, also known as Guards the Low. He's a Philodox of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Cora. She's an Aruna in the Geta Fenris.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play Mark Guides the Fallen, and he's a Thurge of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. He is a Theurge of the Silent Striders.
Hello, my name's Thomas. I play Dimitri Howls-In-Memory, Lupus Galliard of the Bone Gnawers.
Hi, my name is George. I am playing William Grows-Matrices. He is a Fostern Arun of the Glasswalkers.
Last time, the Pax confronted Logan Maxwell, the ape changer from Pentex, after a clutch battle in which Morgan Bloodsinger returned from the dead as an ancestor spirit and fought alongside her friends. The Pax finally vanquished their longtime foe. However, during the battle, B ran in and grabbed Morgan's clave and ran off into the depths. With tearful goodbyes, the Pax continued on their journey through the Hive, meeting several allies from the past and moving along the network of labyrinthian caves. The Pax hear combat in the next room over and now must prepare for what comes next. As you hear the claws and roars of your fellow Garou, a kind of squishing noise. It sounds wet as it slaps upon the admittedly uncomfortably cork textured rocks that rise under your feet, as stones themselves almost feel like maggots screaming with every step as the corruption and the spiritual barrier of this place weaken. What would you like to do?
Heal people if we can. First, I guess.
Healing is definitely a good idea in my case, because I'm sitting at 2 aggravated and 3 lethal.
I think I've used
You did.
my mother's touch for the day, as
You
well
spit
as
on
mine.
Kyle.
I did. I spit on Kyle, and then I
I have
used
to.
my guy's breath.
So it's a Zeb question then.
Yeah. And I have 5 aggravated and 1 constant lethal.
I need you to heal me and Cora. I'll heal Dimitri and William.
Okay.
I only have 1 aggravated.
Okay, never mind. I need you to heal me please. And then I guess I'll heal the other, or I can heal you. I can heal William. We'll each take 2, or not even 2. 1, 2. Yeah. It's current. Zeb's current rage is 1.
Oh man.
So you shouldn't have any trouble.
So the default difficulty is then 2 with 1 automatic success.
All right, so you get 4.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm sitting at 3.
Okay. Mark heals 4.
Okay, perfect.
Like I said, you take Gorgeous George. I'll take T-Pain here.
All right.
So it's diff 2 automatic successes in this case.
For me.
Okay, so I'll take Gorgeous George.
I actually think the default is 5 because it says those without rage is diff 5, but I'll be nice.
Is it really?
Yeah, it says that in the text of the
yeah.
T2, F1. Rolling for Gorgeous George here. So with 2 successes, that's 7, so he's clear.
Yeah, you're clear. As that 1 lethal goes away and then it automatically comes back.
Yeah.
All right, Dim. Heal 6.
Oh boy, howdy.
What do you do
In we
now?
go.
In you go.
Yep.
As you start running that way, you see about 15 Garou fighting. As you see several scrag bodies scattered around, you see like dead swarms, and then you see a couple dead black spiral dancers as you see these shivering shadows on the walls as they possess the bodies, and the bodies of the dead rise up as their flesh starts to rot, and they begin to move forward as you see corpses constantly getting up in this area. You see piles of corpses from spiral experimentation start to get up as decay starts to crumble around their body as flesh begins to slop down upon them. I need initiative. Zeb, what are you doing this round?
I will attack corpse number 3.
Okay, claw or bite?
Claw.
Perfect. Corpse number 3 is going to vomit acid on you.
I can't get any uglier.
Prepare to be surprised.
Hold my arm.
Fuckers. No!
Appearance at -1.
Like Zeb the Hag of Colorado Springs.
Corpse 4 is going to claw Cora. Rotwalker Spiral is going to flank claw Cora. Mark?
All right. Mark's gonna... First he's gonna dodge, and then he's going to spend a rage to claw at Corpse Walker number 4.
Alrighty. Rotwalker Corpse 1 is going to vomit acid on Cora. Rotwalker Corpse 2 is going to vomit acid on Mark. Dimitri.
I will use distractions on corpse number 3.
Awesome. Cora.
I will dodge. I will also spend 2 rage, and I will claw corpse 1 and corpse or Rotwalker Spiral 1, I believe. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. William.
Seeing as Dimitri is distracting corpse 3, I am going to claw at corpse 2.
Could I get your attack roll, please? I'll roll over. All right. So you do 4 damage to Rotwalker number 2. And I need you to roll soak, please.
Cool.
If
Good
6.
to know. Yep. And that also includes my steel fur, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
All right. You take no damage, but you feel the singe of the acid of its body and blood kind of leach upon your arm as you slice through, as flesh goes flying and slaps wetly against the wall before sliding down as you see streaks of burnt stone of the acid burning into it. As you see the sizzle of your fur starting to melt, you fling the acid off of your claw as the drips strike the stone and start to melt as the corpse looks at you, gives a ragged smile as its lip kind of moves up before drooping down again as you see fungus and skin ripping along it, revealing ragged teeth. Cora.
That's my first roll.
All right, so I'll roll over.
7.
Okay, to corpse 1. And it is still up. I need you to roll soak now.
Okay.
Cora, your claws go raking in as you slice through. There's steaming bits as your hand takes no damage. As you rip through and you see kind of like threads of ligaments writhing like maggots as they start pulling the body back together as the acid just splashes. As it stitches it together, but a single piece of intestine hangs down like a drooping worm, just grandfather clocking back and forth, spewing bile and acid into the ground next to the creature. As the creature looks at you and gives a yawn as the jaw kind of opens and the flesh stretches and burns away in rotten putrefaction. As the smell of them is starting to overpower the chemical smell of this place, as it almost smells like week old meat left out in the sun.
Nasty.
Spiral time. All right, I'll roll over. 9.
Ooh.
I need soak now.
Ah.
You soak it all as you strike the spiral. You give a good push forward as its sternum goes flying out the back of its body. It looks down as you see its heart kind of hang down as it looks at you and just kind of grins. Once again, acid flying everywhere. Dimitri?
Oh, I forgot to ask what the willpower
7.
was. 7? Okay, so 3 successes? Oh, 2.
2 success.
2 successes. For 3 turns, it's got a -2. to its actions. Rotwalker 2 is gonna vomit at you, Mark, so I need you to dodge.
Dodge time.
You dodge just in time as you feel a couple droplets get onto your fur and singe as the thing looks over and you see its throat kind of expand almost like a frog's for a moment before vomit starts spewing out as you see its tongue go flying out, rotting from the skull as it starts flailing its last few dying breaths in a pool of bile and acid.
Brutal. Frog zombie. Nice.
Vomiting at Cora. Cora dodge. Cora, the corpse that you struck kind of shakes as you see vomit spewing out of the wound that you struck, and then you see the intestines start to shake. It rises up and it grabs it and starts spewing vomit out of its hanging intestine onto you. I need a soak roll, please. Okay.
I'm just mildly disgusted.
Is that so?
I hope so.
You take 2 points of aggravated damage as the bile spills on you. You taste the bile as some gets into your nose, and some of your flesh starts to goop and burn as the chemical burns kind of sear across your face and chest as some of your hair melts and slops off.
Beautiful.
All right. Now, Mark. All right, that's 11 damage to Rotwalker 4. As you get a good heave, you try and rip the arms off, but they re-snap back in, though slops of flesh as it snaps back peel off like a tube as it just down the forearms, revealing bone and rings of flesh around the wrists as the creature looks at you and goes,
Jeez. These guys take a lot of damage.
You take 1 point of aggravated damage as you pull your hands back, and the palms of your hand has little writhing pieces of flesh that burn into them, doing chemical burns.
Ugh.
And everywhere where the blood touches burns little holes into your fur and your skin, revealing blisters and pain. Rotwalker 1, or Spiral is flanking, so Spiral's coming after you, Cora. Get your dodge in, please.
Gross.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not dodging very well today.
No. All right, roll your soak, Cora. So you take 5
Oh my gosh.
ag as the spiral claws rake into you as they're raking and slashing through your flesh. You see slops of its skin and muscle on its fingers ripping through and embedding themselves into your wound, burning away at flesh as it reveals its spiral-like claws, and the creature opens its arms challengingly, giving a big old smile as you see flesh from its mouth now fully putrefied and leaking out as a blackish ooze, as the eyes have already started to sunk in and become slightly deflated.
I need to roll rage. Because 3 + 5 is 8.
Oh, yes. Give us that roll, Cora. You heal 5 points of aggravated damage as the creature's claws rip through, breaking basically a hot knife through butter, but through your ribs. Its claws are going as they melt away. As the ribs start to melt and ooze out, you see the bones reform and group. As your bones are melting down your body, your wounds start to heal as you have massive, deep scars across your chest as you give out a roar.
I have so many scars on my chest.
One on your knee. Go crazy. Next Rotwalker is coming for Cora. Cora can't dodge,
Nope.
but she can soak.
Cool. Steven.
All right, you soak all of it as the claws strike, and its hand kind of gives a wet slap, like if someone slapped you with like a wet hand, but they leave some of their hand on your back as it
That's
peels
gross.
back and stringy flesh and ligaments are left burning upon your body. Zeb, you ain't dodging.
That is correct.
You'd think you'd have learned at this point in time.
Oh, I have. I know.
You soak it all as it bellows vomit onto you like a fire hose, and it stops. You slop off what's needed as quickly as possible, as there's just burning sensation all around, steam coming up from the earth burning away. Zeb, make your attack for me, please. I'll roll over. 2 damage. Roll soak for me.
Soak?
Yep.
It's gonna be hilarious if this is gonna hurt more than when it actually spit at me.
Very possible. You take 2 points of aggravated damage. As your claw rakes through, doing 2 points of damage, but it gets you in good turn. As you strike, its stomach pops and the acid splashes onto your chest, your arm, as there's just this horrible pussing bubbles of flesh exploding out with yellow ooze, mixing with the acid and the vomit. Very sanitary.
Indeed, super sanitary.
We gotta get the rest of you to look like your face by the...
That's right. This is burned husk of a fellow. Truly terrifying.
That's
All
not
right.
gonna be too long. Zeb's gonna look like Deadpool.
All right. Zeb, what are you doing this round?
Okay, so in your description, the shimmering that was occurring on the walls, that's still going on as these things have reanimated, right?
When one of the things shimmers, it vanishes and the corpse gets up.
Okay. Are there some that are still present and shimmering? Or
There are a few still shimmering. There's about 2 left shimmering.
Okay.
And as enemies go down, you notice from the other Garou, those things enter bodies and more animate. And they're going after your fellow Garou at this point.
And there's a lot of corpses in here, right?
Yes.
Whatever. In for a penny, in for a pound. I'm going to cast Battle Mandela.
All right, hell yeah. This one's gonna claw at Zeb. Rotwalker 3 is gonna claw at Zeb. Rotwalker 4 is gonna vomit on Cora. Gonna keep the flanking strategy with the spiral. Mark, what are you doing this round?
We're gonna attack. We'll do a dodge and 1 claw attack.
4, I believe, yes. This one's gonna claw Cora. Next one's gonna claw Mark. Dimitri.
I'm gonna hold my action and tackle number 3 before he can claw Zeb.
Okay. All right. Cora. How much rage do you have left?
I have 3.
3 rage? Okay, 3 rage left.
Yeah.
So 1d4. You're gonna spend 3 points of rage.
Cool.
Who's near the spiral? I think it's just you, so you'll be just attacking the spiral.
Superty duper.
All right, William, what are you doing this round?
Same thing as no.
Exact same thing?
Yeah, may as well.
All right,
Just
sure. All right, give me that
wreck
roll.
corpse 2.
Do it. 7. And 7, could I get a soak roll, please? You take no acid damage as you rake again, as you start clawing, as you get another good rip, all of its entrails just kind of fall out, spilling with a splat as the thing keeps kind of hobbling towards you. Cora, 6. And soak, please. You take no damage as you start ripping it apart. The spiral's still up as bones break off like brittle wood, flesh and blood splattering in all directions as threads of muscle writhe like maggots upon the body and the ground, though the ones in the ground slowly die and almost give a whimpering scream. Second attack. All roll over. 10. Cora, as you, in your frenzied state, I need soak though.
Yep.
So you take no damage, but in your frenzied state, you crush the skull like a ripe melon as blood, bone, and brains splash out, exploding in a cacophony of gore as you roar out triumph, acidic blood splashing upon your face and leaking down your body as you shake your head in sheer anger as chunks of bone and brain constantly rotting get flung out of your mouth and out of your matted and slightly melted hair before you start going and ripping up the body, tearing it apart as there is now about a 3-inch hole where you are standing from all the acid and guts as the body rots away quickly, as the putrefaction forms on your hands, as there is crusted organs, blood, and fragments of skin that hung on till the last, hanging from your claws as your frenzy ends, as the source of your frenzy is gone. Dimitri is waiting.
Disgusting.
Rotwalker 2 is coming into claw Mark.
Dodge.
You dodge as the claw whiffs. Next one is coming to claw Cora. Cora can't dodge still. Misses.
Fantastic.
As the thing kind of loses its step as you do hear kind of a from the bone. Brittle bone breaking as the creature gets annoyed with itself as it taps its leg and the bone shoots up like a makeshift tourniquet to keep its leg attached and in the same spot, allowing it to shamble on.
Nasty. Nasty.
All right, Mark, claw corpse 4, please.
Got it.
All roll over. Soak, please. Take 1 point of ag as you go through, you scrab, you rip open as the guts and entrails splash upon you, much like Cora, but unlike her, you are a bit unlucky as some of it burns in. Fur gets burned away in an acidic smell, and you rip the guts off of you and make them go flinging about as you have little pocks all over your body of splattering blisters.
After tossing away the 2 parts of the corpse, he'll just kind of like stand there and like kind of seethe in the pain, like oh.
All right. Next is vomiting on Cora. Oh no. Clawing Cora at a -1 difficulty. All right, Cora, give me a soak, please. You successfully soak the damage. As it strikes again, the claws kind of try and dig in, but they more break back and rip along skin, leaving ragged pieces embedded in your in your flesh, but dealing no damage. Next one goes in for a vomit. All right, now roll soak for that, please. As you take 1 point of aggravated damage, as you regain yourself and the creature's throat fills up, and then this fire hose of acidic bile just starts splashing in, scraggling as you turn to defend yourself, and your back starts to sizzle and pop.
Yeah.
All right, Dimitri, go in for your tackle.
All right, here we go.
You smash into it as the creature falls down. Its flesh gives kind of a splot. Dimitri, I do need a soak from you, though.
Oh, yeah.
You take 1 point of ag as some of the splatters splash upon you, getting into your nose, too. So you smell acid and bile and rot constantly. And now, Zeb, battle mandala, please.
1's good enough, I guess.
1 is good enough, you guess. All right, so they'll all take, all the surviving ones will take 1 point of damage. There's only 2 left anyway. All right, Zebulon, what are you doing this round?
I will dodge.
So Rotwalker 3 is going to continue to claw at Zeb. Mark, what are you doing?
You know, 1's been having too much fun with Cora, so Mark's gonna do the same combo, dodge and claw.
Rotwalker 1 is going to vomit on Mark. Dimitri.
I'll claw number 3.
Perfect. Cora, you're no longer frenzied.
I'm no longer frenzied. Yay. I'm gonna claw at corpse 3.
And William.
I'll go ahead and claw at corpse 1.
4. Could I get a soak?
Ouch.
You successfully soak. As you swipe, get a little more ripping into it as the creature spills out, once again throwing the acid off of you as soon as it makes contact. Cora.
Yeah.
4 successes. 6 damage. As you do 6 damage to Corpse 3, as you get a good slash, you rip as it's still up, flesh crawling into your skin slightly, as I need the soak. Though your body pushes it out as they fall screaming, the ragged pieces and the fibers. All right. Vomiting on Mark. Dodge, Mark.
Uh-oh.
It misses. As you jump out of the way, rolling as this trail of puke goes down, and it moves down about 4 inches right next to you as the ground partially collapses in. And you notice that the ground almost seems to weep with sores as well, as you see almost like blisters forming on the ground and popping out with like almost oily pus of an inky green. Dimitri. All right, 1 rollover.
All right, here we go.
Big money.
Big money.
6. You do 6 points of damage as the creature crawling towards Zeb. You get your claws in and you try and staple it to the ground as it splats in. Its shoulder blade kind of crinkles back like paper as the bone in the shoulder shatters. I need a soak roll, please. As you take no points of damage, and the creature continues to claw forward as your claws basically slowly saw through the last bits of its lat before there's kind of a pop of flesh and rot. All right, now Mark.
All right.
Okay, it's still up then. All right, you soak the damage.
All right.
As you give a good claw, its hand goes slopping down as it shakes its arm and veins start slowly pooling out and writhing like fingers from the 2 giant clumps at the ends of its wrist. Gonna try and claw at Zeb, but it's at a +1 difficulty. Dodging Zeb. As you lift your foot and it dodges, it lazily swings at you. What do you do in this round?
Dodge.
Dodge. Gonna continue to claw at Zeb, not even bothering to get up.
It'll take damage again.
Oh, yes. Thank you for the reminder. Both of them do. So, damage. Both of them take damage as you see their corrupt essence literally scream out of their backs and out of their wounds as you see clots of blood popping with like 1,000 little faces and the droplets screaming out. On Zeb, Mark, what are you doing?
Well, let's see here. I think I got enough for 1 more of those kinds of combos.
Okay, gonna just do the same thing as last time then?
Yeah, we'll do the same thing as last time. We'll focus on Corpse 1.
Corpse 1's gonna claw at Mark. Dimitri?
I'm going to spend a rage to claw on Corpse 3 2 times.
All right. Cora?
Just same. Claw Corpse 3. 1 time.
William?
Same thing. Claw Corpse 1.
Same thing. Go for it. As I need 1 last soak roll from you. You take no damage as you swing. The entire upper half of Corpse 1 breaks apart into a bloody mess of bone and sinew, splashing on the ground as you see the head look up at you and go, just kind of like moan out before it kind of rots away, revealing just the bone, the skull, and what's left of it is a few teeth fall out, and the bottom half falls back, splash! Half-rotted organs and flesh spilling over the ground. Cora, as you come in and just take your claws as you rake down, splitting the Rotwalker into multiple pieces as it splashes out, entrails, rot splashing everywhere, as the remaining corpses are defeated by your fellow Garou.
It's a beautiful art project all over the floor.
With the corpses quickly rotting away, several of the Garou come to you, breathing heavily. As you notice, one of them is actually Shadow Dagger from the Sept of the Green.
The rest of the army continued on while we took care of the Rotwalkers. Where the hell have you all been?
We've been fighting our own battles.
Well, they should be continuing on that way.
As he points to, as you've come in, there's a pathway from that was directly ahead and one to your right. He points to the right path.
They went that way. I would suggest probably following the corpses.
Are you not coming with us then?
We gotta take a break here. We've gotta make sure that we destroy any of the remaining bodies over there in case any other rotwalkers move through the Umbra and find this place. Last thing we need is to think we completed a battle and then find a bunch of possessed bodies behind us. We'll probably be doing the same for a couple of the bodies up ahead.
It's a good plan. Alright, good luck.
So, are you gonna continue on where the army it was said to have gone, or go down a different path?
Wanna continue following the army, guys?
Follow the army.
Yes.
Following the army. As you run up, there are 10 dead black spiral dancers, 3 who are in their human form, and the other 7 are in Krynos form dead, meaning Metis. It seems like the spirals were very Metis heavy in their defenses, knowing that you'd come. Pathway continues onward as you travel several yards before coming across another place. You find about 5 dead Gaian Garou, 30 or so dead Fomori, a dead skull pig, and 4 dead spirals. You also notice that there's strange kind of holes in the wall here that some have been filled with dirt and mud from the ground. This chamber opens up in several directions. There is the path that you came through. There is a path in front to a slight right, a path in front to the slight left, a path directly to the left, and then another path that goes left and is heading down and out. To try and follow the way, you'll need a survival check.
I think I'm the one with the highest survival with
Yep.
that stat. So I want to look for like the prints, evidence of where the battle is going, where the army's going.
Yep. That would be a perception survival. And we're going to go diff 7. 2 successes, as that is enough for you to discover that the army went up the forward and slight to the left.
And I will relay this information.
Okay. As you go that way, there are the bodies of several dead Banes, and you do hear some people calling out for help to the immediate left of you. So you've gone up, there's a path ahead, like so. So you've come up this way. There's a left-hand path, a right-hand path, and you can already see that right-hand path divides down again or up this way.
And
Those
the
calls-
screams for help?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are those in a human spoken language or
Yes.
Garou screaming for help? Okay.
It's human spoken language.
And was it the left or right again?
It was your immediate left. It seems likely that they were ignored by the army.
My first thought was to take a look. Yeah, so Dimitri will approach with his lambent sight. He should be able to see them just fine, right?
Yep. You see several houses, shacks like the one you saw before. It seems that there's maybe a total of 15 humans here. Could I get a perception investigation, though?
All right, I can do that.
Diff 6 because of your lambent sight.
All right.
You notice that 5 specifically are doing the calls for help, and the other 10 seem almost cowed.
1, it's a trap, and 2, if it isn't a trap, how do we get them the hell out of there anyway?
If the army's already been by here, they've probably noticed and ignored, thinking the same thing.
It's the same thing with the poor souls that were stuck in that cage. They're where they are, and they're going to remain there, and hopefully at least there won't be a spiral to come and kill them.
Right.
I mean, if there are 5 specifically speaking out while the others just cower, those are likely the 5 that we would need to kill. We could actually, from a hiding place, tell them, command them to separate. If they follow, then we can deal with them separately. If they don't, I suppose I'm less sure about that.
I recommend that we move on with the army, but the decision is yours, Alpha.
Our last interaction with these, especially if there's a first team there, went very poorly.
I think we're better off moving on and then coming back to helping them later if there is a way to help them.
Let's get back to the army.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for us to come back, but right now there's not a whole lot we can do, especially if it's similar to how it was set up last time where it was just bombs.
Well, you continue on. As you get there, left, right, and this room doesn't have really anything except several mirrors strategically placed around this spot.
Well,
This has to be a place that they're slipping in and out of the Umbra. It's my first guess.
it's either us who set up these to help us travel easier, or it's the Black Spiral Dancers. We can break them, but that would also risk not allowing, if it is us, not allowing our people to get back where they came in from, where they know something, where they know they can cross the veil.
I remember us stealing a bunch of mirrors. Do these look like mirrors that we stole?
They do not.
Are they like full body length mirrors?
They're kind of smaller. They're about like this, like the kind you'd buy at a secondhand store to make up things like that, just strategically placed around.
Are they angled in any particular way?
No.
Okay. And how big of a room is this?
The room is of, I guess, what you'd call smaller. It's smaller than many of the other ones you've been running through.
So like a 20 to 30 foot?
Yeah, about 20 to 30 feet.
Okay. How many mirrors are here?
About 5 or 6.
My first thought was maybe it was a setup for a trap ambushing from the Umbra, but I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards just moving on to join the rest of the army.
Are you worried about what would happen if we walked through them, or are you worried about what would happen if we broke one or something? Just walking into the room could set off the trap if it's one. Break a mirror from here. Okay.
I'll pull out my rifle and take a shot at one of the mirrors.
Alright, you take a shot and the mirror just breaks.
God damn it. Can I pull out my camera
Sure.
and take a picture?
Okay, roll Gnosis if you're trying to get info from the other side. And you used your mulligan.
I did.
The camera explodes and the spirit is free.
I thought I was being cool. Nope.
Sometimes
I
the
will
dice
go-
are fickle.
Yep.
As the camera explodes and the spirit shrieks out its disgust of this place as it rushes out as fast as it can.
Oh,
Definitely.
all kinds of casualties this battle right now. What were you thinking of doing anyway?
Taking a picture that can cross the gauntlet so I can see what's on the other side. Shouldn't be too hard to shift our eyes to the other side, right?
Be diff 3.
Heck, I'll give it a roll.
Okay, roll please. Roll Gnosis. Diff 3.
Okay. I was like, I could do this with one die
I mean, that's a 70% chance of success.
and then lose my eyes again to have Zeb pull them back into my sockets.
I
Yes.
succeeded all 5.
As your eyes instantly transform, you feel the strands of the Umbra here have been tainted as they rip into your eyes. You are now going to take, as you are blinded, take 2 points of aggravated damage. As you guys watch his eyes go white to see into the Umbra, and you see like a crisscross pattern of burns form on his eyeballs. You will take a 2-die penalty to all perception-based rolls until the damage is healed.
He'll
Well.
give out a Krynos Whelpuff. Ah! Ah.
We found the trap.
He'll stand there like this, hands over his eyes. You're welcome. Oh boy.
Which means you don't have the highest perception survival in the group anymore
Nope.
to track.
Can't see shit, Captain.
Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had the same anyway, right? 5?
Yeah, so diff 7. So, Kyle, as you move through, you do notice that the main contingent of the army has gone to your left, but you do notice that a smaller force has broken off to the right path.
The army's separated here. A smaller force went this way. They might need our help more than the army does.
I'd agree with that.
Wise decision.
It's a good idea. Then let's head there.
You move down. This room is empty. It's fairly large. It looks like there were some bedrolls here, likely meaning that several spirals slept. But there's two ways out of this kind of room. There's a path directly to the left of you and one straight ahead.
Another roll to see where the others went?
Sure. Diff 7. They went to the left.
All right, then keep following it.
All right. You keep following it. As you get there, you see that there are huge diesel generators that are powering some of the lights here, as well as some basic equipment that seems to be used to, like almost forklifts and things like that charge and spew chemicals into this area, likely to carry cages. There are several cages that are empty now, though they have a kind of sickly green rot to them, though they are empty of any victims currently. This room opens up and goes directly to the left of where you originally entered.
Howls-In-Memory, you want to look at some of this machinery and see if maybe we could stop these chemicals from being moved through this place?
Yes, I'll take a look at them.
All right. Can I get an intelligence crafts?
Well, you sure can. Difficulty?
We're going to go with 6. You don't really find anything beyond like a simple off switch, though these things will likely have some sort of taint around them that you're skeptical that if just straight turning it off would prevent any additional leaching of chemicals into this area.
Could I mulligan that?
You can.
Okay, well, that's better. 6
Going
successes.
through, you find how the diesel's being processed. You find out the off switch, and you find where to disconnect it so that it stops producing any sort of banes or any sort of additional chemical taint into this area.
All right, let's stop those banes. Let's stop that chemical taint.
As you do so, you start shifting, moving it around, and the diesel is shut down as all the lights flicker and go completely dark. In the distance, you hear several screams of fear in the general area of the kinfolk you had seen.
And then I guess Dimitri should probably explain what he just did. So I'll just relay what I did to everybody else.
Okay.
So we're in pitch darkness, right?
Yes.
So we cannot see.
You cannot see.
Oh, this reminds me. Mark is going to activate Lambent Sight and Unicorn's Arsenal. All that will take is 2 Gnosis.
Okay.
That's a good point. I have Gnosis now. I'll activate Lambent Sight.
Same here.
Me too.
As Dimitri gives his tail, taps William with his tail, William grabs and is led along by his seeing eye lupus. As Dimitri, could I get a perception alertness check from you?
All right.
Diff 6.
Diff 6. All right.
Everything's good. As you guys move forward, and I need stamina checks from everyone. Diff 8, please. Alright, so Kyle, Zebulon, you feel blisters forming in your lungs as you walk into a cloud of mustard gas.
I just remembered I have resist toxin, so I'm pretty sure I'm perfectly fine.
Fair. There's a way immediately to your right that gets you out of the cloud.
Go, go, go. Let's move, move, move.
You go, go, go. You move, move, move. As you pop out into a very substantial chamber. There are another 5 dead Garou with scorch marks everywhere. You see fragments of a black spiral dancer and fragments of Fomori all over this place. The chamber opens up to your right, straight ahead, and to the left, tilting slightly straight ahead.
Carl, you said a group broke off from the rest of the army. Was it more than 5? I'm honestly not sure. I mean, it wasn't huge, but there could be more. I'm hoping there's more.
Can I see if anyone else left this area?
Yeah, what's survival? Kyle, you notice something strange. It looks like a smaller group reconvened with a larger group here. And that larger group seems to have gone to the left.
It looks like a small group met up with a fairly large group and then went left. But it doesn't mean that they were Garou. Are there any remnants or trails of blood or anything either from Mori might have left? Decaying flesh or claw marks, unlike Garou?
That's all he's got.
We're looking for a group and we found a group. I'd say we keep pursuing it. Let's go a little slower now, because now it might not be at least Guy and Garou, right? For sure. And keep an eye out for traps.
Moving through, you travel for a good 20 minutes before you come into a room filled with Guy and Garou. There are several mirror shards all around, shattered, as several of them have taken a moment to catch their breath. It seems that a few of the Thurges have terrible burns, likely being attacked when they performed the rite of cleansing on this place as a new checkpoint for the army. Regender Final Days sees you and he waves you down.
We'll walk over to him. It's good to see you too. We're taking a moment. We've been battling spirals and Fomori and manifested banes this entire time. I think there's likely wormholes here giving essence to allow spirits to cross the gauntlet. Something's not right as well. Most of the Garou we fought have been Cleoth, and almost all of the Cleoth have been Metis. We've taken on a few Hamids, no Lupus. I wonder if these spirals have, I don't know, redistributed their numbers regarding this hive and others to make sure that the loss wasn't as costly to them.
It's possible, but we still know there were important spirals here. After all, we had those tracking gifts.
That's true. I was going to take a contingent. We're going to move this way, as he points basically straight ahead from when you came in. The rest of the army will be going left that way while we try and figure things out. I've got a sense. I've heard some noises from that direction, but nothing moving yet. The sounds almost sounded frenzied when we were performing the rite of cleansing, but no creatures came, which is interesting.
Has there been any word on the overall progress of our push?
This place is huge, and we think we've done well enough, but morning is coming, and so our abilities based our increase in brawl will soon be leaving us as well. We struck a blow, for that I'm certain, and they have lost more of their number than we have lost of ours.
And we've regained kin. It's a tough battle, but tiny victories.
Is there any other Garou that we recognize here?
Oh, there's several, yeah. Bloodwind's here. Like, this is where the mass of the army is.
Okay.
Guts the Weak. It's several Garou basically nursing their wounds, cutting off growths from balefire to help regenerate, and a place where they can loot. You guys lose all your lethal if you have any, because the ground here is not tainted.
Mark wants to head over to that group to see if he can get healed for his aggravated.
Okay. You go over as you are greeted by Fate Dancer. She goes,
Mark? Fate Dancer, Rhea. I'm seeking just some healing. I have had some damage I can't regenerate myself.
I understand.
She pulls out a gourd with several intricate paintings of her totem. She pops it.
Come over here, please.
Mark will come over and just kind of like sit in front of her.
What is your current rage?
2.
2, thank you. She pours the water and you are fully healed.
Vision returning to my sight. I'll rub my eyes.
Thank you, Rhea. How have things been here on this front?
Difficult. We were able to take on Whip Tongue, though he was able to strangle and kill 3 of our Cleoth before he was taken down.
He'll be remembered in the rites of passing. We've lost Earthwalker and Regnant Quickwire, but we slew an Elder. It was a spider thing. Frightful sight.
I'm happy of your victory, but feels hollow. I knew Louis when he came to our Karen as a Cleoth.
All who have fallen will be remembered in the rites of passing. There'll be a time for that.
There will be.
Thank you, Rhea. Is there anything I could do here?
Unless you can bring Gnosis to all of us, no.
Most are running low, including myself.
Well, I've been recently replenished. I could give what I can, but not to all of you.
Those two
There she points to Garou.
need healing. I was going to heal them, but well, if you have enough gnosis, that might relieve our burdens a bit.
So we'll do that. We'll go and heal those two Garou.
Okay.
And in the healing, we'll give let them depressurize pretty much, let them speak what they saw, kind of stuff like that. Try to be the comforting medic, the Thurge.
Okay. That first one will be diff 5.
And the next one.
The next one is going to be diff 6.
Okay.
So, heals a little bit.
Thank you, friend.
It is no burden to me.
Alright, William.
Zeb, Kyle. Final Days was talking about sending a small force the other way. What if we were to take over that initiative? I feel like we're three of one mind. Agreed, though maybe not take over. Volunteer to accompany. Yeah. Better spoken.
I'll walk over to Final Days.
Hello. I'm sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
William, Grows-Matrices. I am part of the Ill Omens, and I would kindly ask if we would be able to volunteer our services to pursue the task force that you had in mind. Allow your group to continue forward.
I'll let some of those who are willing to come with me know, but I plan on looking myself, but I would graciously accept your company. It'd be good to know those Kyle surrounds himself with, and make sure that they keep him straight so he doesn't turn into a crusty old Garou who makes too many mistakes, like one who tried to teach him.
There's history here. Not going to get into right now.
There's plenty of time for walking, there's plenty of time for history, though we'll have to do it some other time, as you said, but it won't be after this. I'm not allowed at Sacred Stone. But I do appreciate your help, William, and I'm very thankful for you reaching out.
Pleasure's all mine, Rhea.
Let me earn that title.
Then let us go do that.
As you guys rest for maybe 5-10 minutes more, Dimitri.
While everybody is resting, Dimitri will see that it looks like morale is low. So what Dimitri will want to do is maybe tell a few stories or sing a few songs to kind of help with morale.
Okay. Sure. Give me a charisma performance roll.
Alright. I hope I don't botch this one.
So you give a good song, some start to listen, and morale improves a little bit, but definitely no recovery and any sort of resources like willpower or anything like that. You didn't deliver it quite the same, but you're exhausted too. And unfortunately, your own exhaustion has started to kind of, bring you down as well. But a couple come and thank you for your song and say that it did help.
That's the least of what I wanted to do. Even if it cost us a mulligan.
Paints with Twilight kind of walks over and nudges you.
Good song.
Thanks.
Even Bloodwind was listening. He's really tired.
Oh good, he's too tired to hate me.
He doesn't hate you, he's just
disappointed.
Not at you. He's disappointed that the way of the world prevented you from growing up as you should. And it makes him angry to see, and I think he takes it out on you. So, from my pack to yours, I'm sorry.
There's no apologies needed. It's just the way that things turned out. And I think that perhaps if maybe that's just the way things were intended to be.
I guess so. I just wanted to make sure that you knew, because we've already lost several, and while we're doing well, I'd rather make sure the truth was known while it can be known.
Well, thank you for sharing it with me. I appreciate it.
May the rat of war guide your steps, sharpen your teeth, and may you gnaw through the iron or the rusted bones of your enemies.
And the same to you.
As you all start heading out, moving along as you hear the sound again, as you hear little howls now. It is here that you are confronted with 8 pits. These pits are about 15 feet in diameter, and they go down quite a bit, maybe 10, 20 feet. At the bottom are metis pups gnawing on the corpses of black spiral victims to feed their young.
Oh, the poor babies.
And these are pups?
Yeah, pre-changed.
So they haven't walked yet, or they haven't danced yet?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Rescue time.
Rescue time.
Search for traps.
Okay, what are you looking for specifically?
Let's look up at the ceiling above the pits.
Okay, perception alertness.
Are there any lights in here, or is it pitch black again?
There are lights in here. These are more like slight hums of luminescent rock. All right, Mark. Looking through, it doesn't appear that there's anything triggering or set to trigger on the roof of this place.
And it's just the pits in the room? Nothing else?
There's the pits. There's a couple racks with flayed corpses, with their meat being that was clearly meant to be thrown down into the pits. There's several corpses still here that are relatively fresh too, used for feedings.
I don't actually know anything about pre-change metis pups because I don't think I've actually dealt with them before. So like, are they still like? Can you speak to them?
Yeah, they can speak.
Okay.
They speak the Garou tongue. They can spend willpower to try and speak English. It's basically they're just in Krynos. They have no gifts, or possibly were given gifts like resist toxin to survive this place, and they cannot step sideways really, or shapeshift. So they're permanently in their Krynos until their first change. And the regeneration works, obviously.
Yeah, these ones are in pits, which made me think like maybe they're like 3 days old and can't speak maybe, or...
These ones are a bit... These ones seem older than the ones you saw before.
How many are here, and are any of them scarred?
There are 8 of them, and none of them have scars that you can see.
Why did you ask about the scars?
This is a lot. This is a lot to be completely undefended in any way.
Yeah.
So, if there were 1 or 2 spirals masquerading down there, it would make sense. Just, something should be here. They wouldn't let us just walk into here.
Are there any other exits in this room?
There are. There is one to your right, and then one straight ahead. What is the plan?
How deep did you say the pits were?
About 20 feet.
20 feet.
Maybe we all get like an investigation for this room, because if this is like a too good to be true kind of thing, we need to start investigating more.
I do not have any investigation.
Same.
Well, I've got some investigation. I could probably.
All right, you guys do some roll. So whoever wants to do a roll for me, please.
That was perception investigation.
Perception investigation.
Okay. And then difficulty.
We're gonna go 6.
Okay.
All right, Zebulon, you find several kind of like additional items here. It looks like there was something going down, as you do see several kind of like small knives here, not just for flaying, but like stone almost, ritual knives, as if they were preparing these for something involving these pups. Kyle, moving through, you find some ladders actually hidden that can be used to put down, and they are they have a weight grade that's incredibly high. It looks like these were custom made. And finally, Dimitri, you do find several things hidden amongst the corpses, as you notice that a couple of the food corpses have had their skin flayed. Following that up and looking around, you actually find some of the flayed skin has been dried and has Garou glyphs written upon it. These glyphs seem to be talking about preparation and mentally fortifying pups for the tasks to come ahead. They have been bonded to their mothers, and now they must be bonded to the way of the tribe, and thus must be hardened through trials before their first change so that they are ready for the labyrinth to come.
I think they were preparing these cubs to dance the spiral.
And I'll point out the glyphs.
But with that and the ladders found, the decision of what to do next will come to the packs next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. We will catch you in that next episode. Bye.
Bye. Farewell.
Goodbye.